Hey everybody, I want to talk to you guys. I'm not going to try to make this a long video, but you guys got to understand something. I started prepping 20 years ago, and I spent probably about 5 years, or no, it was probably 3 years, building everything I had. Now, everything I had, I had strapped and in a trailer ready to go. Extra fuel, medical supplies, food, guns, ammo, bows and arrows, every fucking thing, man. Everything. Ways to get fuel out of tanks in the ground. Man, I had 3 years of planning. Spent I had over $50,000 tied up in prepping. What you gonna find is, let's say, we all know the shelves are going to get light in these stores. We're all being told that. They was telling us that 3 4 months ago. If you're gonna buy Christmas presents for your kids, you better get them now because they're not gonna be around at Christmas time. They were warning us. Then all of our stuff sitting out there in the ocean, being washed into the water from the storms. People, let's just say there isn't any problem with truck drivers or getting stuff to the stores. The store shelves are packed with everything. The store shelves are packed with everything. But you get up one day and you got to go over here to get some gas before you go to work. Well, you go into the gas station and they're saying, no, you can't use your card. All the card machines are down. They're not working. And you say, oh, okay. So you go over to the ATM that's in that gas station. You go over there to get cash. The ATM's telling you your card is not being accepted at this point. What are you going to do? Now, and that is a scenario, people. Our money, they could shut off at any time. At any time, they can shut the banks down. That's what I was going to say next. So you can't use your card at your damn ATM, so you go to your bank. You go to your bank, and the doors are locked. So you go to the ATM outside your bank, and it isn't working, accepting your card either. Then you have people that think it's, we need to stockpile our house up with Patriot Pantry or whatever those storable foods are, and other people that think, and these are all good ideas for when you're trying to figure out what you're going to do, folks. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I just had a lot of time to think about this that you guys might not have had. I might have been thinking about this longer than some of you have been alive or been old enough to even wonder or think about what any of this is even happening. But some people think it's, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to plow up. They might have a big yard, they might have a small yard, but they're going to grow their own vegetables and stuff. Or they might have some chickens or, whatever. They're going to do that. Some people think about storing the food up, getting it, stockpiling you a house full of, fill your attics, fill your basement, fill your everything, and you're just going to ride it out. but you're not thinking what's going to happen. If something like this scenario I just said about the banks being shut down, the ATM's not working, how long can you survive on what cash you have and what food and water you have and what stuff you have? Most people. I'm not just talking about you. What do you think most people, how long most people food and water supplies would last unless they have money or something to get more? Because even if the shelves are packed, folks, if you ain't got no damn cash and the bank cards ain't working, the card machines are shut off where you can't use them, you got nothing but cash. If you ain't got any, what are you going to buy shit with? You won't even be able to get no gas to go to work that morning. Let's say you got a whole damn 40-acre field of all kinds of shit. All the corn and vegetables, everything. You know, you might be growing trees to make your own cinnamon. Or let's, on the other flip side of that, and you might even, if you might be growing these things and even storing food in your house on top of it. Or people they ain't got the room, a yard that they can grow shit in, so they're storing shit in their houses or in their, wherever they live. People, when these people are already, have you seen what they're doing all across this country already? They're already walking into these stores, grabbing grocery carts and bringing bags with them and shit, luggage. It looks like luggage in some cases, and taking everything they can grab and pack into these carts and shit and get it out to their vehicles and just sling the shit in their vehicles and drive off. And nobody's stopping them. It's happening in several states in the United States right now. That shit's happening. And they're working as teams. Doing it daily, folks, in some places. These guys come in here every day and shit. Have you been watching any of this shit? It's already happening. Now, you cut off the money, the shelves, they're going to steal everything. If they ain't got no money, they're going to go in there and steal it all. If they got some money, they're at least going to buy what they need. But if they ain't got no money and nothing coming, they're going to go in there and steal it just like they're doing already, folks. They're already doing it. Now, I don't know. I don't see any kind of protestings, and I'm sure that's because it's not being allowed on YouTube and it's not being talked about anywhere else because they're trying to convince us none of it's happening here. If it is, I'm not seeing it. I've seen some small ones, protests here and there going on, but it ain't like in other places around the world. They are freaking big crowds protesting. Now let's just take those crowds right there. In a medium-sized city, you got a crowd like what they're showing in these other countries, hungry and ain't got no food. What's your chances of you being able to stay in your house and be able to enjoy them vegetables or whatever you're growing out in the yard? Do you not think you will be surrounded and you will have, and I don't care how many guns you got, how many bullets you got, you ain't going to have enough people to kill or enough bullets to kill everybody that's coming for that shit. You are not going to be able to stay anywhere near any cities. You're going to have to get away from these cities. Now, these small towns, You start rolling up on them when these big cities are going bad, I don't know if they're going to let you in or not. You better have a way in. Or you better head for the woods. Because you ain't going to be able to stay in these cities, folks. I don't care what you think. You're already seeing empty places. The shelves are empty. You got places that people are stealing the shit off the shelves. The stores can't do nothing about it. They collapse money, folks. All laws go out the window. All laws will go out the window when the money collapses. Watch and see. Best thing I can tell you is you better learn how to be able to survive with the least amount of shit you need to survive on and be able to move for a while. Because this shit ain't going to settle down in a couple weeks, folks. When this shit breaks loose, you're going to have to probably be able to move. Now, if you can do that and be able to do it in vehicles, that's going to be a good thing. But if you ain't got vehicles that'll go through the woods, where you going to go hide? In the desert? The big-ass four-wheel drive trucks? Gonna go hide in the desert? That might be a place to go. Bad thing about that, there's not a whole lot of water out there. People, you're not going to be able to stay in these cities. The crowds are going to eat everything in sight. It'll be like the damn locusts, the plague of locusts coming through. You get a big hungry ass crowd with no morals, no direction, just people coming through, they're going to eat every damn thing. People and all. You guys can believe what you want. I put a lot of time into this. This is only my opinion. But it's my opinion for a reason. You guys, may God bless us all, because that's the only way out of this. And if you don't know who Jesus Christ is, you best be finding him. Some people say, oh, I lived through something bad that happened and it was luck. If you want to put your hands into luck, you want luck being all you got going for you, go to Vegas. Luck ain't going to help you. You better have Jesus in your corner. You guys have a good night out there. Just another one of Watachi's thoughts. Have a good one.